Loyalty, a new narrative podcast. Today, I'm super excited. I have my friend, Dr. Stellar, with me today to discuss something really dear to my heart. So, Stella, you are welcome. And you actually
Mm.
my first guest. So, this is definitely an honor that you even carved out time to spend with me today. I am super grateful. I'm not taking this for granted at all.
Sure. It's a privilege. Thank you for having me.
You are welcome. So, in the past month, I dedicated a full month just talking about relationship. And that's because I want us to connect something today so people kind of have an idea on why I've been talking about parenting and then relationship. So we'll just dive deep into what we have for today. So, how does a strong marriage influence the way you parent together?
Thank you for that question. First, I think I will start by saying, in as much as I'm not a marriage expert or anything like that,
We
but
all learn it.
from experience, I've been married for 15 years and counting, to God's glory. So, yes. Strong marriage. I think we should start by what is a strong marriage? I'm not sure there's a definition for it, but definitely strong marriage should have certain characteristics, some certain traits, certain things we're looking at. A strong marriage should be built on love, on trust. There should be that open, honest communication, ability to compromise and just resolve things amicably. It's just like a relationship between two friends, essentially. Those are like certain things amongst the many others to look at for in a strong marriage. And um, if you're if you're a Christian, of course, it should be based on God's principles, right?
Absolutely.
God is the foundation of marriage. So a strong marriage should have that God factor in it. And now, how does a strong marriage affect the way we parent together? One of the other trait or characteristics of a strong marriage should be that shared value between the parents. So having a shared value, um, being on one page helps out in how you parent your children. That's one basic thing. Like you should be on the same page. Like the two parents should agree on things. It helps you really like you're not like opposing each other. So
Absolutely.
that's one thing. And a strong marriage too, having that relationship, a foundation of love, it provides stability for the children, right? It provides stability, provides an environment of love. And the other thing is that the children can really see firsthand, like how things, you're basically modeling what life should be. Like they've seen it firsthand. They've seen how you handle like maybe conflict resolution. They've seen how you kind of handle responsibilities around the house, like shared responsibilities and stuff like that. So that's having that strong mind really helps out because it's like the children are just experiencing this like it's a first-hand experience that we're looking at for. Yeah, so it
Absolutely.
will help.
Yes. And thank you so much because the first thing you mentioned was on that shared values, goals, value system, just pretty much being on one page because sometimes as parents people don't understand how essential it is for parents to be in one accord. A man and his wife sharing the same goals, the same vision. And children are not blind. I mean, the years and the times that we live in, children can see. So it's not just what we're saying, it's what we are preaching, what we are acting. And they know when we are together, same vision. So it's not one thing of daddy is in the east, mommy is in the west. So when they want the west move, they know who to run to. But when we share the same values, one voice, children can see. So thank you so much for that insight. I know while I was preparing this, one of the things that jumped at me was the issue of unity and harmony. Very vital, because when kids notice that their parents are united, they know what to do. They know, okay, our marriage is built on a strong, united, foundation. It also helps to provide that stability for our children, and also showing our children the importance of that love factor, trust, commitment. So when we as parents are united in our approach, our children will feel secure, and they'll also want to learn the values of harmony in their own personal relationships. So thank you so much for that insight. The other question I have for you is, how do you think a healthy relationship between parents benefit the children?
Well, in so many ways, in so many, you can't even begin um, to say, like, it's just enormous, right? If you look at the society today and the brokenness you see everywhere, you can really trace it back to the family, right? A lot of I was reading something. It's medical. Like if you look at like mental health issues, like about 40% of it can be traced to adverse childhood events and stuff like that. So, in as much as the extent to which families experience strong marriage, or like it could vary from family to family, but we know that in general, a strong marriage, children that grow in homes that have strong marriage, they turn out well, like better emotionally, mental health, academic, and all that. Like they just turn out really better comparatively. And as I said, way along the line, when you grow up as an adult, people that have a lot of mental health issues could really be traced back to really what happened in their childhood. So we can't underestimate the importance of having that strong marriage and strong relationship, because the children, it affects them, it affects their overall health and outcome in life.
And you are correct. I've met adults who have decided they don't want to get married, and it's because of what they saw in their homes between their parents. Some don't even believe people should get married. I actually spoke to an adult who said to me, "Oh, I'm living with my girlfriend. I think that is marriage. We don't need to go to the altar to
Right.
actually make it legal." And I was wondering, what century are you in again? And then he explains to me that his parents had a very horrible marriage. They endured and just lived in the same home, tolerated each other. They were always fighting. So for him, there's nothing exciting about marriage. So in order to avoid that mess that occurred in his life, because his life actually went south. He grew up, I mean, very, oof, it's just sad, because it's just an instance of one, but I'm sure there are other people who have similar stories. But he doesn't believe in marriage. He blames the outcome of his life to his parents' relationship, their marriage, and the way things turned out for him. So, healthy relationship, you are right. And I'm sure if we sit down, if we had more minutes, we can list a lot of benefits.
Definitely, definitely. It is enormous. Really, like that wholeness, that like modeling it out to the children what life, just like the instance you gave, like this is the picture he has about what marriage is, and he's so scared to get into it. Yeah, so that's very traumatic.
Yeah, absolutely. And what advice do you have for parents, for people who want to take that journey to, that first step, which, of course, the foundation of everything begins with people actually deciding we're coming together, we want to get married. What advice do you have for those who are beginning the journey and those who are actually doing the work, current parents?
Yeah, exactly. So for people the singles that are about to get married, of course, you have to do your due diligence. You just have to make sure at least you have shared values. Like if you're a Christian, you marry a Christian, like just have shared values. So there won't be that loggerhead, there won't be that unnecessary tension in your marriage. Just make sure you agree on most things, even if it's not everything. You must not agree on everything, but just having shared values is very important. Of course, everybody is in their own journey, depending, like even some people that have some issues with childhood and we have different upbringings and stuff. But just make sure you're working on yourself. We have our weaknesses, we have our strengths. And when you come together, you're complementing each other. So just make sure that, okay, even if this person has this weakness, it's something that I can deal with, right? Nobody is perfect. Just enter into marriage with open eyes. That's all I can say. Know what you're going into. Like if there are weaknesses there, okay, no, this is here. I can deal with this. But yeah, just enter marriage. I mean, you can know everything like from the word go. You can't know the end. It's only God that knows even the end before the beginning,
Yes.
right? But before you go in, of course, seek counsel. You have to ask God. You have to know. Marriage is a journey. You go into it, you as you go, you grow. That's the intention. You don't have to be stagnated, but you grow, you make room for each other, you make allowance for each other. As I said, we all have our weaknesses, right? But you're there to complement each other. Where I'm weak, you bring your strength, and where you're weak, I bring my strength and all that. So that's really what marriage is. There is room, a lot of room to grow, a lot of room for improvement. Don't stay at one spot and
You're
frustrate the other
willing to grow.
person. Yeah, so be willing, be open to grow, and yes, be open to accommodate each other and show that example to our children. They are our future. So let's model what a healthy marriage should be and can be. That's all I can say.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Dr. Stella, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm sure we've all heard, I heard too, and I'm going to also put it into practice. And of course, if you're that parent that you are at that point that you're like, okay, I've been getting it wrong, I don't even know what to do, be encouraged. It's not just you. Like Dr. Stella mentioned, this is a journey. We haven't figured out all the answers, but one thing I'm sure we are willing to do is to learn and implement. And with God's help, we're going to be able to do good. So, well, thank you so much for joining today. I appreciate it and enjoy your year.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. It was an honor.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, bye bye.